Zone, baby. Big Shook, Big Shook. It's really real right now.
Mr. DL.
2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Yeah, Mr. Jordan.
I could just lose your mind.
Yeah. We are here at the Danger Zone podcast, man. We're back. Man, it was a busy week. That was a long week. That week felt extremely long. Oh, I didn't even notice Suge's shirt said Howard University.
Welcome back.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, what's happening?
Nah, man, just chilling.
This is the Danger Zone podcast.
We are on the Danger Zone. Hell yeah.
Mr.
For
DL.
those who peeping this scenario, whereas so maybe sometimes once a year or once in a couple of years, I'll shave my beard or get a fresh growth. So, so for the difference, that's what it is. I love having the beard.
AKA the barber messed up.
Nah.
That's funny.
No. Because I be the one to do it. So I just take it off because it's just getting a fresh growth. That's just me. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but it's been a good week though. We here, and moving forward. But one thing I wanted to address was one thing that's becoming alarmingly, for lack of better words, like corny, is rap beef. You know what I mean? It's like so. Listen, coming up when I did. So initially, as we all know, rap battles and stuff was a way of hip hop. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm better than you, I'm bigger than you, I'm you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's always the braggadocious era was always part of hip hop, that life. But then it came to a height when it was physical damage. I'm talking about like when Luke's crew was fighting with Dre and them's crew and Death Row and I mean, I seen damage, so I'm like, and then Tupac ultimately, and then all those side people, Stretch, rest in peace, all these different dudes, Biggie, so it became real with the beef. Then it simmered out to whereas the younger cats weren't really the facilitators of beef like that. I mean, more or less, it was like jealousy if things happen. But now, when you got a bunch of people that are like, even 50 or late 40s or whatever, like just they're diss records. That's what they are. People be like, oh, it's beef. That shit ain't beef, because if it was really beef, that means when we see each other, it's on. That's beef. Yeah. Like that cosmetic, like now you got now it's really been brought up to the forefront because of the situation where Kendrick supposedly dissed Drake and J. Cole.
Yeah.
And then J. Cole dissed him, then he retracted it. Then I got the bar rolling, and then Rick Ross came in, and now all these people, and then you have the underlying sub battles or whatever. But them shits ain't beef though. The shit's not even beef. Like dudes is like, yo, I'll hug you. I mean, you know what I mean? Or I'm apologizing, because my soul wasn't right. Man, listen, that shit is all it's all for show. We know that, and with me, it's just corny because it's like, listen,
we don't want it to turn into violence.
Well, that's true, but I just seen a clip with Suge.
Danger Zone.
Suge Knight. I seen a clip with him. I guess it was some time back when he was talking about Rick Ross having somebody else's name, and he said if they sign that waiver, I'll beat the dog shit out of him. Right? So
yeah, well, with him, he's more the keep it real type.
Who's that?
Well, see,
who is?
Suge Knight.
Oh, Suge Knight. Okay.
So
not the Suge, the other Suge.
Like I didn't see the original interview or whatever that was, but I just seen it recently, and I was like, because he was like, yo, 50 Cent is more aggressive. This is when he was out and all that, and at the height of that, whatever. He said 50 Cent's more aggressive than Rick Ross. And he was like, you sign that waiver, I'll beat the dog shit out you. Right? And so what do you? The thing I'm saying, he was saying he brought the beard to the game and all that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like Rick Ross, as far as when Rick Ross came out rapping and all that, next thing you know, I see mad cats with beards. You know what I mean? So it's like it seemed like that ushered in at that point for me, like seeing it. But at the same time,
the Philly guys, a lot of the Philly guys had a beard prior to that, but maybe not a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I guess he can take his beard fame credit. Guy loves patting himself on the back, bro. I think Rick Ross is a clown, dude. And yes, I know every time I say that, people are like, didn't you used to work with Rick Ross? And I'm like, yeah, dude. But it was before all this shit. He was just a regular fucking rapper. Before it was, look how big my bottle is. Look at how many cars I have. Look at all my money I have. Look at all the cocaine I never sold.
Here's the thing. When people, you can't sell me you're a gangster when you're rich. What I mean by that is, dude, you got mad bread, whatever. So it's not Life of the Rich and Famous with Robin Leach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We used to watch that show. So I don't need somebody telling me per se, like, or someone might say someone's hating because, dude got this and that, whatever. Guess what? He's rich. He got money. He got all of that, right? Once upon a time, motherfuckers was saying that shit about Diddy too. Yeah. Oh man, he's the man. He's the shit. Like or Kelly, all of them. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So one moment you could be this big money star, Kanye too.
Yeah.
And the next morning, next time when you turn around, you're not looked at that way anymore. You still got that money.
Yeah.
You still got that money, but what is it like? You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. Life is so fledgling. Nothing like one thing about life. Every single life has an expiration date. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, excuse me. Enjoy that money. You make money like that, enjoy that. We're past what type of power I'm gonna have over somebody. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? For what? Like we're trying to live that life, But I mean, I say that to say this. That beef shit is corny. But what I'm saying, it's not beef. You know what I'm saying? So people can keep saying that, but it's entertainment. It's WWE. They rappers got this to say about each other, and that's about it. That's as far as it's gonna go. So
I just think I don't know, Rick Ross. Who did he bring into this one? Birdman today. He brought Birdman into it today. I don't know. I don't really like Drake. I don't really like Drake, but I think he's clowning Rick Ross. I kind of like to see it. I don't know. Like I can't stand like Rick Ross. His whole image is just, ooh, look how cool I am.
Yo, here's my situation, DL. So I have no I'm one of them dudes. Like, I have no dislike for none of them rappers. I don't like their styles, whatever. So my position is like, you doing what you're doing, cool. That's cool. I mean, because it's only going to hold a certain amount of weight with me. Because I'd be like, it's entertainment for a few.
Yeah.
Eventually, man, we ain't really going to be talking about you or whoever else. You better hope that you go toe the line like a Snoop Dogg. Whereas, like, he's still doing his things and his relevancy and different shit he does, but it ain't like that for everybody. You know what I mean? And you got some people right now fighting for relevancy. You know what I mean? Whereas like, yo, like me, if I meet you anyway, and you're gonna do some things or behave a certain type of way, well, I'm gonna already know like, damn, this dude's corny. But then that's you though. Like I kind of rock with you, so I'm just like, okay, well, like they once said famously, this dude got fired on ESPN. He said the reason why he got fired is he was saying that dudes didn't want to hang with Robert Griffin III. If you know him, he was a pro football player who's now, I think, an excellent analyst. The guy's statement was on TV was, well, guys didn't know if they really wanted to hang out with him because they didn't know if he was a real brother or a cornball brother. right? You know what I'm saying? This is exactly what was said. And the man who said that got fired. But I mean, I knew exactly what he meant, but it's just that wasn't for the ears of like them ESPNs and stuff like that. They get a little touchy. You know what I mean? But he was like, that dude's corny.
Yeah, cornballs. Now people are gonna get mad at this. Okay,
But danger zone.
And I don't mean it in a bad way because I like both of these artists, but there's a bunch of artists that when you say cornball, do I think this guy's a cornball that come to mind? This guy's probably a cornball. Like, oh my God, they're gonna be so mad.
It might be dangerous.
I don't know.
Q-Tip seems like he might be kind of corny to hang out. If he wasn't Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest, and Pharrell, I think and they're both talented. I think they're both great. I just feel like they're kind of goofs. Like,
so here's the thing. So I can't really speak on Pharrell, right? So, but as far as Q-Tip, on the solidness of it all, like there's mad times it was the same level of like kind of rocking. So it's Q-Tip, Gangstar,
Yep.
Q-Tip, us chilling, talking, live promotion, whatever it was, to know that I'm like, I look at him as a real, as a more thorough dude, like his person, the person that he was that I know, like that's somebody like, obviously I can hang out with, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
sometimes I think what it was with him is first of all, Q-Tip, first of all, he gonna get you with that voice.
Yep.
So when you hear that voice, you feel like, so it's kind of like Urkel-ish, right? But then when you meet him, the dude is big. Like, you know what I mean? Like the dude is tall, like taller than me. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, well, wait a minute, and then you vibe with him. You like, yo, this dude is official dude. Like, you know what I mean? So that's my thing. Whereas some people, like behind, like I said, Pharrell and a few other, I can't really speak on because I never was around them. But that dude Q-Tip, like I could consider him like someone I'm cool with. Whereas like I don't find him to be corny like that. You know what I mean? But
I think
I just feel sad.
Maybe corny's the wrong. I don't know. I hate even saying it because I like him. It's just kind of.
Listen.
I just kind of feel like I got friends that are goofs too. Like I recognize.
Yeah, we all do.
I recognize a goof,
Right.
and I just always thought that they were kind of goofy.
But you know something though?
Persona versus.
So the difference with me,
I'm a goof as a motherfucker.
the difference to me is if a motherfucker's like straight goofballs, right? If motherfuckers just straight goofy, right, with 3 O's, right?
3.
Like I don't be really around that because I'm gonna clown on some fun shit like whatever. So but I'll be like, damn, because one thing we used to always say is I can just say, hey, DL, you're goofy, or damn, so and so's mad goofy, right? But what I would do, and I still do today, is I'm like, yo, that dude, he's goofy as shit. Like it's extra, like you just know, like that dude is mad goofy. It's like emphasis to let you know when this dude comes in here, or a woman or whoever it is, they're goofy as shit. I could say, yo, yeah, she's goofy. But man, the way I'm gonna say it to you, you're gonna already know. Listen, I'm telling you now, this motherfucker's goofy as shit. That's the emphasis on it. So people like that, I can laugh with though and have fun and shit, but I really don't be hanging out with those people like that. So it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
Just
go ahead.
Just
man.
a quick one I wanted to talk about. I've talked about this guy on the podcast before when we talked about like inspirations or producers we liked or man, Rico Wade died. I don't know if you know who Rico Wade was, but he was a founding member of Organized Noise. So I don't know do you know who this is? So I don't know how much you know of him. So back in the day, all these producers from the East Coast, and West Coast, I guess, were taking these old records and hip-hopping them up, taking a James Brown sample, and, I like these horns here, I like these strings on this, and making records out of them. Well, these guys were like, let's make records that sound like that from scratch. So they really came in and were like the first people who were like, all right, maybe not the first, but I'm saying like they made Outkast's music. with keyboards and one guy would make the melody, one guy would lay the bass, then one guy would fucking play the drums, and then they'd switch on this song and then switch on this song.
Definitely from scratch.
The creative, the levels of creativity when there's three geniuses working on something together. We really saw what it did. Like, I'm talking Outkast, that Outkast shit, that was hitting. That Outkast shit was fucking hitting, man. And
let me tell you. So, being a hip hop record, and the way it was, the music was such a hitting thing, right? That like that album, I think it was, what was that? Aquemini? Which one was that?
The Aquemini. It was probably Aquemini because
it wasn't that
Southern Playalistic Southern Playalistic Cadillac music. Yeah.
So boom, check this out. So Bill had that, and like she played that all the time, and so this is like not even a hip hop like say connoisseur, but that musically that album was so like, you know what I mean? It was musical. So probably can't even say one of the songs I heard a lot of times at that point was me and you, your mom and your father do, you know that shit. But the way that beats kicked, the way they rhymed, the way they flowed, it was like it was so musical, like a theme. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was like
different.
And
that whole
their first song ever was a Christmas song. Can you believe that?
Oh yeah,
Players Ball. They said we want you to be on this soundtrack, and that was their big break. And they were like, it's for a Christmas soundtrack, and they're like, what? So they wrote like if you listen to it again, knowing that it's a Christmas song now, it's it's beginning to look. It's all like it starts off with a Christmas. A famous Christmas line. It's beginning to look a lot like. I think that's what the first bar of the song is.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about. You know
so
what I'm saying?
A lot of people didn't know that
was fly,
that was their shit. And then Aquemini, man, when Aquemini came out, you know me, I got the producer bug young, and when that album came out, it completely changed my mind on like. I thought you had to take a fucking James Brown sample and rips it with a breakbeat for anyone to give a shit about it. And when they came out, I was like, I remember I was still living at my mom's house. I remember getting Aquemini on vinyl, and I put it on. I knew who Outkast was, obviously, but I put it on, and I stared at my speakers. I was like confused, like what it was. And it was just so crazy to me, that album, that Aquemini album was so fucking crazy to me.
Let me tell you, so the creativity anyway, usually we have that whole thing, I mean, and the mindset, you know, rest in peace to the Rico Wade and the whole thing, his whole family, and peace to them. But even with it, people were literally listening to these songs like Hey Ya and Bombs Over Baghdad, where they were telling, I remember Andre 3000 saying, yo, people like, yo, you make that record, your career's over. You know what I'm saying? You put it out. And people was listening to that shit. I remember that. Like, I'm like, wow.
Now he's selling out. Now he's going number one with a flute. And, you know,
That's what but I'm saying, right, my thing, excuse me, my thing is the fact that he pushed that envelope with that, and people were listening to the shit.
Yeah.
Bombs Over Baghdad, and that fucking hey ya. Come on, who didn't know that shit? You know what I'm saying? All right. Come on, man. People was listening to that shit. Man.
All right.
That shit was crazy, man, but that shit was facts.
Everybody's doing this.
So
now all the ladies.
So it says here, Rico Wade, the legendary and founding producer, member of Organized Noise and the Dungeon family, has passed away at
52. He was young. It said news of Wade's death surfaced on Saturday, April 13th. We are deeply saddened by the sudden and unexpected passing of our son, father, husband, and brother, Rico Wade. The statement reads, our hearts are heavy as we mourn the loss of a talented individual who touched the lives of so many. We ask that you respect the legacy of our loved one and our privacy at this time. The cause of the death has not been revealed at this time.
Rest in peace, Rico Wade.
Oh yeah, that's
and one thing. one thing that's for sure. So, I made an album. One of my albums is called "I Am Forever," right? Meaning, the music is forever. It's invincible. I have a song in it called "Invincible," but the reason why I say that is because as I was making this music, yeah, you got it. Where, excuse me, for the rest of your, the days when we're gone, if you made some music that's impactful or whatever, there's people, I see people sprinkling, and Big Sean's my favorite artist, and different things like that. So that's one or two people that I might have seen. But I mean, if you think about it, I was thinking when I was writing that particular album, like, damn, your voice is going to live on. Your voice is going to, when we long gone, the voice is going to be there, still riding. And the music that was created by you, like a Rico Wade, and some of these other greats. So we're going to always have you here with us, from the Danger Zone podcast, and just us as people. I just want to say once again, rest in peace to Rico Wade, and you know what I mean? And the music goes on, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Also, on another note, NBA YoungBoy was arrested in Utah. For those who didn't know, NBA YoungBoy's legal woes. Hell, let me do it like that. Hold on.
Back it up.
NBA YoungBoy's legal woes have gone from bad to worse after a rapper was arrested on multiple charges while serving house arrest in Utah. According to jail records obtained by Hip Hop DX, the Baton Rouge native, whose real name is Kentrell Golden, was booked in the Coates County Sheriff's Office on Tuesday evening. He was YoungBoy had been confined to his Salt Lake City mansion since late 2021 after being indicted in his native Louisiana on charges of felon in possession of a firearm.
Damn.
The 24-year-old, who was previously convicted in 2017 of aggravated assault with a weapon, was allegedly found with two guns during a September 2020 music video shoot in Baton Rouge. He was later arrested on those charges in Los Angeles following a brief chase. Another gun was found in his car during the arrest leading to it. I know, right? Another gun was found in his car during arrest leading to a similar case brought against him by federal prosecutors in California. In 2022, YoungBoy was acquitted on those charges, but is still awaiting trial in Louisiana. He has been charged with a string of weapons, drug, and fraud charges, including patent of unlawful activity, procuring or attempting to procure a drug prescription identity fraud, forgery, possession of other controlled substances, and possession of a dangerous weapon by a restricted person.
Damn.
The danger zone. That's what that sounded like.
Oh man. Oh, danger.
It is what it is.
It might be dangerous.
Oh dang. So I didn't even hear about that. Damn, that one completely. That one.
Skip the radar.
Yeah.
Let's go from a bad to a positive. I'll get my positive sound effects loaded up here. Man, our fucking guy, Slaine, man. Shout out to Slaine. Oh, that's we got a caller calling in?
No,
Oh.
I forgot to hit the record
No, it's all
button
good.
on that. But
Our guy, Slaine, man, is now
Right.
part of the fucking Batman universe, bro. That's just some crazy shit, man. Like, congratulations to Slaine, man. I guess he's in the new Joker movie coming out.
love that
good.
for him.
So he posted the trailer, and I was just like, oh shit. Why did he post this trailer? He must be in it. So I went to the comments and I saw like some of his close friends being like, I guess we can say now. I guess we could say now. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh shit, this guy is in the Batman. I mean, the Joker. I think that's crazy. That movie won an Oscar and Slaine in the sequel. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome for him.
And shout out to Slaine on that tip too, because just the way that thing is, you never know with these movies what one they're gonna put you in, and then how it's gonna be. And like I just went to this place. Shout out to Slaine. That's a thorough dude, man. He helps, and shout out to him helping with the addicts and that whole program too, man. He's a great guy. But I just went to a place with those movies, like you never know how big they're gonna be. And I just went to a place called Mark Anthony's, Onset Beach. best seafood, fried seafood, pizza, you name it, everything is in there's banging. And when I went to the bathroom, they got a big ass sign, of the Black Mass movie
Poster.
Yeah.
the poster. And I whirled in there, I'm like, wow, so damn, this is kind of like it's a big movie, you know what I mean? But I never, even the story, knowing the story, I never thought like I'd be a part of that. You see what I'm saying? So, but that's you for life. Once you're in there, like him in that, we're gonna know that, like too, just like music. Slaine's in that, and even me and him being in a movie together. I think it's great, just because I think he's a genuine dude too. You know what I mean? Like, some things he did help some people I knew and things like that, which is very, very dear to my heart.
I'm gonna leave so many out, but he's had such a great career as far as an actor. He's had scenes with The Rock, Kevin Hart, Brad Pitt and Slaine kill Ray Liotta in a movie.
Ray Liotta.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's gonna. I don't know what he's gonna be in the Joker. Damn, there's so many that I'm leaving. Oh, him and Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's had a fucking that's incredible. Like I don't like being an actor. Like wouldn't be my thing really, but that's pretty good, man. Like yeah,
it's deep.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember the first time seeing him in a movie, Gone Baby Gone, and I was like, yeah, they don't really come in, get any guys from around where I'm from, be in these movies and stuff, So I was just like, whatever, And then I started getting them calls, right? And then I started, there's another guy, Naheem. Shout out to Naheem. So he's from Boston. He's in a few of those movies as well. But it was just actually cool to especially the town, because the town had every rapper and his mother going down there to try to be, even Term was there, right? Shout out to Term, to try to get in this movie. And so it was tons of them. The only people that would rap that ended up being in there was Slaine and myself. You know what I mean? So I was like, wow, all those numbers I didn't know would come out that way. I guess I had that look too. So, but shout out to him, because you can't just be in these movies. You have to also have a talent to it. You know what I mean?
100%.
Because
that's for sure.
I think he's
like
good.
people tend to ask. Sometimes people tend to ask shit like, they know you in a movie or someone say something. They're like, hey, my uncle was an extra too. And I'm like, yo, dogs, I'm not an extra in any movie.
No,
you know what I mean?
You're not an extra. You can have a line and still be an extra. You could be a featured extra and have a line, but you're a character actor. You have a character in both of those movies. Principal character, exactly. And
you're a principal.
Go ahead.
You're a principal actor if you speak. You don't speak, you're not a principal actor. So you're basically like an extra.
Yeah.
Because that's what they'll do. They'll grab the extra people and sit. Like for me, I don't play no cards, man. I'm a principal in every movie that I'm in. And so when you're a principal, the difference is, like, I got my trailer. They treat you just like Ben Affleck, whoever else. They're beautiful with that, right?
Yep.
But I don't play that card. And I remember they gave me this big, huge room. Shit was like in this building, this huge ass room. And I'm the only principal there shooting my part. Okay. So the extras, that was in the heat. The extras are in another big room that's actually small. And they're sitting over there. They don't got nothing in there, man. I got all the drinks. I got alcohol. I got all types of everything in there, right? And they're sitting over there. So we're cool. We're kicking in between scenes. So I got them coming in there in my room. Right? Yeah. I'm like, yo, come on over here. Let's chop it up. And then the people from the movie come up and say, hey, you guys can't be over here. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I was like, oh, because they were extras. And let me tell you, there was about 20 or 30 of them in this room. And I'm just by myself in this other room. Like, it's crazy, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
I'm regular, man. I mean, listen, let's rock this movie, man. I'm with it. Shout out to Larry David too, because I was
just gonna say, I was like, this is how, like, there's actors out there. This isn't even an exaggeration. This is not an exaggeration. Danger Zone podcast.
It might be dangerous.
There are actors out there who would kill someone if they said, hey, if you kill this person, you can have a scene with Brad Pitt. And there are 100% people who will do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was saying that to say this. You was about to say Larry David. I said this. Me, I'd be like, can I trade that Brad Pitt scene for a Larry David scene? Because I'm such a Larry David fan. I'd be like, I'll take the Larry David scene. Like Brad Pitt, you're dope too, but like, yeah.
He's so cool. The funny story about that is, so I drove up to to film the movie Clear History with Larry David. So when I pull up, police are pulling the police car.
Wow.
Oh, you got to pull over here, whatever. I'm like,
are you getting a phone call?
I pull over.
Are you getting a phone call? Right now? Are you getting a phone call right now?
Nah.
All right.
Why, something happened?
Yeah, it's all good. Don't worry about it. We just didn't know you went black for a second.
Nah.
James, though.
I'm scared. Yo, am I here?
Yeah.
You got me?
He been that. He been that. I don't know if you noticed.
I drive up, right? And they take the police, oh, you got to go over the side or whatever. I'm not pulling no cars. So I'm chilling out, sitting over there waiting, because I know I got to film at X amount of time. So when you're one of these principal actors, you also have assistants. You know what I mean? Like right away, you got an assistant. Like, so then the assistant drives up and they're like, sure, what are you doing over there? I said, yo, I'm here. So then she says, yeah, your trailer's back here, blah, blah, blah. So they got the golf cart thing and I'm on the back and I go by these police and I drive. They apologize. But I was like, I'm good. So after doing the movie, we shoot and because Eva Mendes, you know her, right?
Oh yeah, we know her.
I mean,
So
I don't know her, but I know who she is as an actor. Yeah.
Well, her trailer is next to mine, so she got a little dog with her. So when I go in there, I'm saying what's up, whatever. I go and get in the trailer. And then when I come out, we have to walk up because for the scenes or whatever. And then the police are there, like take their hats off and shit, taking pictures with me. They want to get selfies and all that. Same dudes that was like, oh, you got to park over here. You know what I mean? But it was all good. I mean, I'm never gonna be like, hey, I'm doing this, whatever. Nah, I'm having fun. And the best thing to me was I saw Larry David the first time since I did the audition. I hadn't seen him, like it was like 3 months or whatever. As soon as he see you, that's how you know it's real. As soon as he see me, he says, hey, Big Show. He says, hey, what you did at the audition, do the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and that was that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And rest is history.
So he just wrapped up Curb. You don't watch much TV though, huh? I think you would like Curb Your Enthusiasm, bro. It's good, man.
I probably have a different look too of it, only even so because I worked with him and I know that what the dead humor was. Because when you're doing the movie, you don't really see everything. And then when I watched Play History, I was like, oh, this was that stupid shit. So this is why they did this. You know what I mean?
I'll just give you a funny thing. Larry David has always been accused of not casting black actors. Like they're like, oh, there was no black actors on Seinfeld, and the first 3 seasons there was no like black actors on Curb. So what he did is he made his wife in the show take in a family that was homeless from Hurricane Katrina. So he on the show he takes in a family of 10 people. So he takes in no, maybe not 10, maybe like 8. So he takes in a family of 8 people. They're called the Blacks, and they move into his house. That's their last name. That's their last name, but they are also black. And he's like, that was like if my name was Jew or whatever. That was his joke that he made to them.
I have a student in my class that his last name was Black.
Oh, really? Well, I think so. Anyway,
real talk.
Their cousin from L.A. decides he wants to move in too, so he moves down from Inglewood into the mansion too. And anyway, he breaks up with he breaks up with his wife. The whole family leaves, but the one guy who moved in from LA stays for the rest of the show. And it's just like I think that so
Leroy.
he wrote that in just because people kept I'm swearing that's what he did.
I think he likes JB Smooth too. That's his man.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's who it is. Like yeah, I didn't know if you knew who that was. But that's who it is.
He's in because he's in the movie, but he's in a few things with that dude. You know what I mean? So
yeah, he's in
I take it he like you got to just be you like too because I told you when the woman said don't go in there making jokes and don't do it. I was like I'm looking at her like, yo, do you even know who I am? Like you know what I mean? I'm just to myself like I'm like I don't need that. And so he's going to say to me what he did. That was his job. Larry David. He said some shit, and I sliced him. And then once he turned red and was laughing and sent everybody home, he was like, yo, we're all set. Now think about that. It's a man who makes movies like that. I was the first dude out of 5 dudes to read. He was good right there. He said straight up.
What he had and what he wanted. And
but you know what? My man Billy X, shout out to Billy X.
Oh, the guy on the couch in Heat, right?
Yeah. So he was in the Equalizer. He was in the Equalizer 2, all that shit. Like he teaches a class there. That was my man. He said, yo, when you went in there, he said, I started to put my shirt on and stuff. But I was like, because they said we knew it was a rap. But he's done a lot himself afterwards. And that's my man. You know what I'm saying? So Billy X is the dude. But another thing too.
Nope.
Oh, go ahead. You got something?
Nah, I just want to shout out Cypress Hill. Tomorrow in Boston somewhere, or Brighton.
I ain't going out.
Like that.
So
are you going?
Yeah, we're gonna go.
I hope they play Latin Lingo.
I'm gonna go.
What time is it?
I'm not sure. Do you know? I don't know. I have to find out because I don't even know where it is.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Where is it though?
In Brighton somewhere. What's it called
It's
again?
in Roadster.
Roadster. Do you know where that is?
Nah.
See, I don't know where it is either.
It's big.
It looks big though on the pictures. But anyway, we'll find out before the things.
I got something to do because I would have put in for that, man. You do. I got something to do.
What was the other thing? Oh, I wanted to shout out. We got a caller calling in right now. You can let them in. I want to shout out
Roadrunner, correct?
The Roadrunner. The Roadrunner in Boston tomorrow night, Brighton, wherever it is. I want to shout out one of my favorites, one of the most influential people, in my opinion, who ever played basketball, Allen Iverson. He got a statue outside of the stadium in. No, you gotta let him in because I think Big Suge froze. He got a stadium statue. He got a statue outside the stadium.
You want to let that other person in?
Yeah, we can let him in. We can. This is the Danger Zone podcast. Boom. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff. I think Big Suge just left and came back. So, did you see the statue that Allen Iverson got?
No, I didn't see the statue.
So yeah, he got a statue outside. Oh shit! What's up? It's Yefta. Big Suge.
What's going on?
Big Suge will be right back.
Am I calling number 9?
Call number 9. You win the prize.
Did I win the tickets?
You did win the tickets. What's going on, Chef Tanya? What do you got going on, Chef Tanya? You got anything for us?
No. Other than our SNL skit that we watched. Well, we watched
one?
SNL over the weekends.
Oh, the Beavis and Butthead one?
Yes.
Did you see that Beavis and Butthead skit on SNL?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh my
Ryan
god, bro.
Gosling.
It is hilarious, dude.
Like he kills it.
That was this last Saturday?
Yeah, it was last Saturday. Yeah, so we're right now. Did you see the Allen Iverson statue?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the little baby baller. I saw
All right,
that.
so yeah, what do you want?
Baby
Why?
baller.
You didn't like it? Let us know because that's what we're talking about right now.
I gotta look it up now.
I got it right
it's
here.
cool.
I got it right here.
They were just so little. It was like,
Yeah, but
I don't know.
What like I saw the original thing. People were saying, "Oh, the statue for Rocky's bigger than that." But then after I looked into it, all the statues,
All the other ones are small too, right?
Yeah, they're all small. So I guess I wasn't too upset about it. But I like AI.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites. So I was just glad that he got.
It just
something.
kind of looked like the statue to me. Just kind of looked like AI in middle school, and it was like. It's a grown ass man. He balled out, like.
Is he traveling?
I think it looks more like like when it's like an artist's interpretation of the person.
Yeah.
Like nothing. It doesn't look like super detailed in the face, but you could tell it's him by the way the body's posed.
Yeah, I think it looks.
I mean, the pose is definitely like. It's the pose, right? Like
Yeah.
that's like the AI crossover right there. Yeah.
So I don't know what happened. Big Sugar just got kicked as you came in, but I'm sure he'll be coming back in. So what's going on, man? What's your name? Where are you from?
Well, I'm Yefta, man, in Kansas by way of Germany, and got a single I put out with Suge, titled "Real Spit" right before the album Fully Loaded dropped, and I decided to kind of take my highs and lows and in betweens and package them all and kind of put it together as a piece of like. Definitely an ode to hip hop, but also like just all the trials and tribulations and the shit to look out for. You know, like a lot of people came across it, and especially the cover, people were like, "Oh, I don't know about that." And I'm like, "Man, relax, bro. I'm never pushing devilish shit out here. It's all about self-improvement, you know, community, and you know, a lot of my like musical background and upbringing and the way that I perceive things was like being raised by people in helping roles, and then like coming up on the blues and BB King and all that. And so like I've always seen music as a way to shed a lot of this shit, right? So I got to shed a lot of good shit on this album, and I feel really good about having that out and in my name. So yeah,
you definitely got to hang out until Suge gets back. But so what is your you said you by way of Germany, you were born in Germany?
Yeah, so I lived in Bonn, Germany, Bonn, which is like southwest on the Rhine River. I grew up there until about age 9, and then we came to the United States. Yeah. So some of my dad's family came over earlier, and so I'd spent some summers here and stuff like that. And back in that would have been 99. 99 is when I touched down.
Oh dang, that was when I graduated high school, actually. 99, yeah. Yeah, so well, here goes Suge right here. We just wanted to keep you here till he got here so we could all talk.
Oh yeah,
talk on here because he's on Zoom too. Yeah, you're back. We got Big Suge back in the place.
What's up?
Big Suge.
Y
You
E
looking good, man. You looking good.
YEFTA. What's good with you?
Chilling, man. Chilling. How you feeling?
All right, good, man. Hey, yo. So you go to church, right?
Say that again.
You go to church, right?
Well, my dad's a minister, so I don't go to church all the time. No, man. He kind of, you know.
The
I
reason
got
why
a lot of that. So growing up, I didn't want to go listen to Pops on a microphone.
yo,
So
that's why
you don't get pressured to go to church by your father?
No, not at all. Nah, my parents kind of like, I found out recently, actually, a large reason why they left Germany, in part, I think, was my mother needed to separate herself out from her family a little bit because they were a little bit, you know, like influential in many ways, sometimes against your own kind of like desires. And so she kind of didn't want that for us and moved us over here. And as a result, both my parents, fortunately, have been really great and letting me explore all my own things and interests and supporting me as best they can, while also calling me out on my shit from time to time, you know. But
that's what parents do, right?
The reason why I even said that is because, like, I think I seen a pic of you at church or something, and I was like, yo, that's real, right? But at the same time, it's like you'll be that dude sitting in the church with that neck tattoo, they're like trying to figure it out, right? So, and to me, that was the humor in it for me, because I was like, hey, you know, it is what it is, but we are what we are too. So you know what I mean? So
that's right.
It still was dope. There was, like I saw comment, it was a beautiful picture of the family and all that. You know what I mean? So, but what's good with you, man? What's going on, man?
Chilling, working, man. More music. I'm working with a couple different people that I've got projects rolling with, singles, doing a bunch of shows. Got one Friday, and you know, I started doing my private practice outside the music and seeing therapy clients privately, and that's been good. That's been a great experience. Work's going good. My wife's happy. My friends are doing okay for the most part.
Great.
You know, I can't complain. I could get caught up in a lot of things, but I'm fortunate at 34 to know what's important, right? So,
So you say you do therapy outside. Like what type of therapy?
Well, so mental health, right? So I'm kind of rooted in DBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. That's kind of my jam. You know, I used to work in schools as a master's licensed social worker. I got my LSCSW, which is licensed specialist clinical social worker, so I could do private practice. If you got a place that employs therapists, I can supervise them. You know, so I can do that. And during the daytime, I work at the VA. So I work with recently housed veterans who used to be homeless. That's who I work with in the daytime.
Love that.
And then after that, in the evening, I usually see a couple clients outside.
Good for you, man. I mean, you know, because I know you have the passion for your music, you know, and you're lyrically inclined, humorous, inquisitive, you know what I mean, with your style, man, you know, along with your pitch. So the shit is dope to me. Like, so, you know, shout out to those who don't know by now that you got to pay attention. Yefta and I, Big Suge. We have a single called Real Spit. That's available everywhere.
You guys,
dope.
You guys don't even know because you're on Zoom. But the Danger Zone podcast, they're watching the video right now. That's what they're watching. It's playing in the background right now while you guys are talking. So bang.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
That's dope, man. Hey, so just let people know, how did you even come about that? Like, getting together, to do this song with Suge, so to speak. You know what I mean? Take yourself outside of me and just give that explanation.
Damn, that's the same.
Oh well, shit. Back in '94, got exposed to some good sounds, and
'94.
Part of those were obviously part of the Gangstar Foundation, and you and Guru and Premier and a lot of the people that you guys ran around with back in the day were some of the sounds that reached my ear holes over across the wave. And I remember back like '97, I think, was when I really started really digging and understanding a lot of this. And so even back then, like, in the whitest place on earth, like, I heard some of these sounds and I was like, oh my God, this is where it's at. This ain't no polka dance, right? So
right.
So I just fell in love with that, man. And even now, as I'm a practicing social worker and private therapist, like, I think about all the music I listen to and like Robin Hood theory and like a lot of the content matter that kind of got left by the wayside. Like, I don't know, man, a lot of that stuff was real influential to me. And as I take a step back and look at the full picture, not only did you guys and your sounds and some of the things you put out in the world reach me and influence me, but even as I look at it outside of music and a professional standpoint, I used to listen to Guru about if I wasn't ripping rhymes, I'd be out, helping the poor and social change and all that. Well, that's what I do all day. I enjoy that.
Right. That's beautiful, man. It's beautiful, man. You do. You got any words, DL?
Yeah. So, who are where you live? Who are the top 5 rappers you hear the most people say are the best? They don't have to be from where you're from, but what are people from your area saying the best rappers are?
Man, I think in the Midwest, we get influenced a lot by the outside. So, like, a lot of people around here, I think when people talk about like the big 3, like everybody's all over that, right? Where I'm at, like artistically, a lot of people, artists around me, and whether established or not, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people just kind of doubt themselves or are quick to like bow down to like the shiniest shit.
Yeah.
And like, I just don't rock like that, man. Like, I've heard, I mean, no disrespect or offense to nobody, but I done heard a couple of these people there in the news constantly today talk about so many things on the record where I wouldn't even fuck with you in the same room, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if you got $5 million in cash sitting out, right? Like, if you're on some funky shit, you're on some funky shit. Like my friend Oak says, it's hard to take the clown suit off once you put it on.
$5 million in cash. What'd they say exactly?
The Danger Zone.
What did they actually say? How'd they say it? Did they say it funny?
There's a lot of... Yeah, I just don't have that. I just don't have I don't know, man. We fall short. We get so locked in on shit, and I'm just not really that impressed, man. I don't want to sound like a hater or anything, but man, there's just some funky shit going about. Some of the things people are putting out here, let's probably think about it a little bit more, and that's okay. Not everybody's me, right? Not everybody's me is the listener who'll take you for your word, right? Some people might be like, oh no, he's telling the story, he's a storyteller. That's cool, but there's a lot of people out here who'll take your word for it, right? Same with you put out some hard ass shit. I know a couple people that'll come see about you, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing, So
it's,
in my area, cool. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I mean, the people I always hear about around here, obviously, Strange Music and Tech Nine are right down the way in Kansas City. But in this conversation of like culture today and like who everybody listens to around here, I feel like it's a lot of what the rest of the country's got going on. Like the coast, everything moves inward towards us, right? So I feel like we kind of get some of those same influences, but I definitely hear, Kendrick, Cole. I think one of the big ones is Future. Like I couldn't even tell you a single fucking word that Future said on a record, bro. I don't even know couldn't tell you.
I only know Molly, but Perkins said Molly. Molly Perkins said, yeah. But, okay. So I'm gonna put it in a position. I'm gonna put it in a different position collectively. Mm-hmm. From me and my friends at the Danger Zone, this is how it be. So I got one question to ask you now. Who are your favorite top 10 MCs? Period. Point blank. History.
10 of them. Man. Yep. All right.
Not what people listen to, who you Think.
Yeah, who do I look-
10.
No particular order.
All right. So, Suge, you and Guru are right up on there. We got Busta.
Appreciate you.
Then I would say we probably got. I really got to give Mac Dre his flowers, man. There was a lot of shit that Mac Dre put out that I really have enjoyed. I really like Stick Figure a lot. He's one from my hometown here in Kansas. Topeka. Stick Figure is super dope. Huge inspiration to me. Love his art. Another MC, Big Daddy Kane, Scarface, 8-Ball, and MJG. I don't know if you want to count those as two as a package deal.
Nah, it's cool.
And then probably the extra large professor. Man, large professor is so sick.
Yeah, that's my man. Shout out to Paul, man. Extra large, extra P. Yeah, man, that's my man.
Boy.
Still.
Yeah, I just want to chill, man. Keep my hand wrapped around a $100 bill for real. So
Hey, so was that 10?
that was 10, 11. Shit, you got 8-Ball and MJG.
Nah, cause yo, they usually keep the numbers over there. That's why I asked. Yo,
Nah, he
TL,
had it. He was Yefta can count. He got it.
Yeah, I just. Hey, yo. So we ain't gonna hold you. Can you just tell the people, man, with the album name, or whatever, and September
Fully Loaded, featuring the single Real Spit with Big Suge. Fully Loaded. Check it out on our platforms. Don't let the cover scare you. It is not about no devilish shit. It's about growth, love, community. And that's what it's all about, baby. Go out there and help somebody.
Yep,
Might sound like some
Let
cliche
people know
shit,
your
but go do
socials.
something,
Oh, my
man.
bad.
Quit being a hater. Quit sitting idle and help a motherfucker out. We all trying to see tomorrow, so do that.
Go ahead, Tanya.
I was going to say, let the people know your socials so they can find out where you are, what you're doing.
Gotcha. At Yefta, Yefta 785 on Instagram. I think it's the same everywhere. That's probably the easiest. And then Yefta 785 on all socials. And on all those socials that allow me to, I do have links on there to all the music, and we can find my pages. You can find Yefta on all platforms. Even Pandora, I found out yesterday. Somebody was like, hey, is your stuff on Pandora? I was like, I don't know. Let's look. It was. So
Heard. Bonus.
Yo, we appreciate you coming through. One thing, man, hey, if anybody don't know, you go ahead and listen to Yefta's music, right? And just as we even have this conversation with my man, yo, he got a whole bunch of words. But yo, he's the wordy dude. He got mad words. Yo, man, we appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank you.
We gonna get up soon, man, for real. All right. I need to come
I
out to
appreciate
state.
you guys.
I need to come out that way too, man. Like we can probably get a show or something going on. That'd be dope out there, man. We can make it
Oh,
happen.
that would be dope. I got it. Yeah, we'll talk, man.
Yeah, that'll be good, man. Hey, peace, blessings, appreciate you.
Thank you. Love.
Oh yeah, man.
Thank you.
I'll have to take DL out there. DL, that's way the fuck on the other side or whatever, man. KC.
He said he's going to have to bring you with him.
I went to Missouri in
Missouri.
in August, I think.
Yes.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
How did you go? You flew?
No, we drove. Remember we did the podcast from like the middle of the ghetto?
Yeah. Oh man.
You don't remember that?
Yeah, because
The ghetto.
yeah, that's right. You and Tony was like, yeah. So I went there. I don't know. I've probably been there a few times. But obviously, each time we went, we was driving. Or what's right next to it? I mean, flying.
Illinois. St. Louis, Missouri borders the state of Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah, or Kansas City.
So I'm sure
Kansas City is
we probably tour busted. We probably tour busted too. You know what I'm saying? So
Like if
But
they
yeah,
were going
we
to the
know.
different cities, they might have hit Kansas City and
like you probably hit
or Chicago.
you probably hit Columbus, Ohio, or Cleveland, Buffalo, Indianapolis, then Kansas City probably.
or maybe even Chicago. And
No,
then
because
come
Chicago might be a
down.
little. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, maybe
Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah, then Kansas City.
yeah, we're kings of queens.
That's
Queens of
Louis.
kings.
That's the American
The
way.
queen is king. Some shit like that. Yeah, they know it's
So,
out.
we got some more. Let me see what else I got on my stizzies. Happy birthday to the homie Redman.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Yeah.
Redman.
Happy birthday.
I'll always had happy birthday, man, Red
can't say
Man
that.
too. 'Cause like I said, that was the first tour I ever went on, and he had just came out. Man, it was so dope. But shout out to him, man. You know. Also, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah, that was it.
So, people might have been noticing. It seems this Snoop has been posting it with he had Ice-T on there. It's kind of whack too, because people were saying like Ice-T looked like that dog whose face sags. Like they were saying all kinds of shit, crazy shit in the comments about Ice-T, right? Well, shout out to Ice-T, man.
Picture.
That's still my man. But he was talking the video because it's a promotion about people like, yo, I heard the dog pound broke up, right? Which is kind of a funny, like to me, it's a funny promotion because it ain't like we heard the dog pound in years. So your promo is like saying, you know, it's different people saying, hey, they broke up, where it's most likely, I think, leading up to a release. And you know, with Snoop owning Death Row, so it's probably gonna come out on Death Row Records. So I guess he's teased that the Dog Pound reunion appears to be rolling out, marking that campaign with Swiss Beats and Flavor Flav and a few others.
Oh, I saw
he
that.
posted he posted multiple videos on Instagram a couple of days ago showing Swizz and Flav inquiring about the status of the duo, like Ice-T and a few others. The clips lead to speculation that the new music from the group, the former Death Row group, is on the way. Sounds like a new single is coming out produced by Swizz, one person theorized, while other commented something's brewing. So stay tuned for something from the Dog Pound. You know what I'm saying? Bow, wow, wow, yippee, yo, yippee, yay. You know what I'm saying?
In the house.
What's hood?
So, Caitlin Clark, what's your opinion on it? She should have took the Ice Cube money, huh?
No, because listen, let's be real out here, man. Let's be real.
Being real.
The era we're in right now. Listen, first of all, Caitlin Clark is not doing nothing with them dudes that in that Big Three tournament.
Yeah,
that's not happening. Like, first of all, men are men and women are women still. Like, and it's just the way it is. Like, and them dudes is not from the street, whatever. Them dudes is ex NBA ball players. Like, these dudes is like, you're not coming in there clowning them dudes. You know what I mean? So, and she knew that wasn't realistic. I mean, they got to be cute about that. Miss Woodard, I think her first name was Althea Woodard, back in the day. The Globetrotters signed her because that was different. She was that athlete, and they signed her. You know what I mean?
But the Globetrotters, that's like the rest WWE of basketball.
It's theatrical, but still.
There's a meme saying, "Why can't Caitlin Clark play in the NBA?" And then the meme is just Draymond Green.
Come on, man. And
beats everybody.
First of all, you're gonna any woman that would, if they was even foolish enough to do something like that, right? The woman player is gonna be so humiliated because dudes are gonna take it two ways. One way is like, damn, you trying to come out here? And second of all, we're gonna show you why, you know, we get $200 million a year and y'all get 200,000. Right,
Yeah,
so I'm just saying.
I don't think it would be foolish, depending on what their reasoning was to try to do that. I think.
Hold up. You don't think
it's kind of like the whole tennis thing where?
Tanya, I just want to ask you a question. Keep your train of thought. You said you don't think what would be foolish.
I don't think if that's somebody's journey that they got invited to play with the men and they were like, yeah, let me try this. I don't necessarily think that would be foolish because.
Why not?
She was gonna be offered a lot of money, way more than she got, and so I don't know what her financial situation is. But sometimes,
well, here's the thing:
different things drive people.
Here's the thing where I think this is how I think. I think she should. I don't know how many years that contract was for over there at Big Three, but either way, her fame is what is going to get her paid. She might only be making $75,000 to play for the WNBA, but her Nike contract or her whatever is what's going to make her a multimillionaire. But
I'm not saying
she's going to have that fame either way. So I would take the $5 million too.
No. So here's the difference. Here's the difference. She's not scoring on them dudes, man.
No.
I don't even know. Like, she's not scoring on those dudes, man.
I'm not saying that she was going to score on the dudes. I don't know. Would I have liked to see it? Why not? I would have liked to see it.
She won't get.
But
she won't get 2 points
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. No,
Also-
hold on
I
a
have
second.
another point.
Oh, yeah, just keep that point because it's about the 2 points. If she got 2 points, she'd be so fucking famous. If she scored 2 points.
So listen.
Hold on a
Did
second. What were you gonna say?
I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna say, on the other hand, they were talking to senior members of the WNBA, and they were like, "We're gonna eat her up because she brand new, and we've been playing this game, the WNBA,
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
like anything else, college
Yeah.
basketball is not the same
Listen.
as the professional league.
Listen.
It's just not.
Let me tell you something.
But
though.
every once in a while, there's a LeBron James.
Let me tell you
100%.
something.
She
Forget-
could be the LeBron James or the Michael Jordan story
Listen.
of women's basketball.
Listen, forget once in a while. They're talking that trash because they want to talk that trash.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
Isn't that
something.
like part
every
of every
year,
sport? Let's do it.
every year in the WNBA, they got the top players that they draft, right? And the 90% of them, majority of them, go into that league and become stars. Most of them. We can go Maya Moore. We can go way back with Cheryl Swoops. Like I mean, all of them that are coming
I
in
don't
for that
know. It's
first
been a
time.
minute since I could tell you a WNBA
Yeah, see,
star
there-
that came from high
There-
school.
there's
Me
the
personally.
problem.
It's
Sorry,
been-
there's the problem
Hold on,
right
hold
there.
on.
We're naming
It's been
20-year-old
a minute
players.
for what? I missed what you said. It's been a minute for what?
I said that I could tell you, oh yeah, this girl came from college basketball and is going into the WNBA. I couldn't tell you like the last.
Yeah, like
I know it's
hold
Lisa
up.
something, but I can't even remember.
Lisa Leslie. The
So
name, the
listen-
player,
Thank you, Lisa
listen,
Leslie.
the players
Hold
you're
on,
naming.
let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish this though. Let me finish this with you. So you can't. I'm trying to get this from you so I can rebut. I'm saying you're saying you can't tell me the last time. What?
I'm saying that her popularity is not just within the bubble of women's college basketball or people who follow the WNBA. Her name has resonated with people like me who don't even follow either of those two sports,
So
who
listen-
to the point that she got on SNL. So I think that that's what I'm saying. It's a different type of magnitude. It's a different type of prospect here, and like where was she gonna go? Was she gonna go to the draft, or was she gonna so that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, she's trying to say it's been a long time since anyone really gave a shit about a girl going into the NBA.
Okay, so that's what.
I'm not trying to say like that, but I mean
listen.
like outside that bubble,
That's what
outside
this
like
is-
people who follow
Yeah.
sports, let's say. You know what
So
I'm saying?
listen to this. So you're saying that because you obviously, no disrespect to you or whatever, you obviously don't really watch the
I
WNBA.
said that. Oh, there's
Nobody
no
does.
disrespect. That's
Who
So-
watches
And
WNBA?
so,
Nobody
so
watches
that's why you make the statement that you just made. Because
And
if you would look,
100%,
if you
I
would
give
look
them
back in the
respect.
history of it, somebody like a Maya Moore and quite a few before also had this big, huge, like did shit like.
I
matter
don't
of
even
fact,
remember that girl. I don't remember that.
But I'm saying
I
what
disagree.
I'm saying-
I don't think to this
you-
level.
do
Like you
know-
said, if you're in that bubble,
Huh?
100%. But if you're Joe
listen.
Schmo that follows hockey, no.
So listen, if Caitlin Clark,
This is
her
Maya Moore.
favorite player is Maya Moore.
This is Maya
You see what I'm
Oh
saying?
boy,
And so
I don't know if it's the same.
Maya Moore.
I don't think we're talking about the same person. I'm looking.
I'm not gonna trust
Huh?
what DL is showing me
I don't-
right now.
I don't think we're looking
No,
at-
I think
I don't
that's
think we're-
somebody else. I think
Yeah.
it's this young lady here.
Maybe. But I don't
Yeah,
see it.
probably.
She-
not
she wrote-
that one.
She
Oh
left
my
the
God.
WNBA.
The
She
danger
left
zone.
the WNBA. She left the WNBA to write a
Might
book
be dangerous.
with the guy that's now her husband. It's a deep ass story, but I'm just saying. So I've watched the sport for years. Now the difference that we have now is that in college these players have NIL deals, so they're already like got money before they even go to the pros.
I
You know
hope
what I mean?
so, 'cause
Like
they're not
this-
making
there's
no
a-
money.
You know what the NIL is, right?
National something league.
Okay, no. Do you know, DL?
No.
All right, so
Let us
So,
know, Big Shug. Educate us.
one thing
so we not
one thing
ignorant.
that they always wanted to do, even though they used to do under the table, was pay players in college.
Oh
top
yeah, yeah.
players.
Now they could get money, right?
So the NIL means name, image, and likeness.
Good for them.
So these guys get deals, and girls get deals now. Like Deion Sanders' kids, come on. They're driving to school. They're driving to Colorado in Bentleys. That ain't from Deion Sanders buying that. That's the money that they're getting, in college. So it's crazy. Like the money that Kate McClock probably has now is more than what the contract's going to be. The contract is some crazy, rookie contract is 3 years at $300-something thousand. Well, you know what I mean? Where
She
you know
got
what I
a
mean?
regular job.
That's not what they make the money. But guess what? In a way, that's correct. But you got to remember too. It's only 2 or 3 months that they're playing, and they're gonna grab that money. But still, it's lower than for instance, Steph Curry make $40 million.
It's longer than 2 or 3 months, isn't it? I thought basketball was
Man,
maybe 3 months.
NBA sucks.
For the women.
Oh boy.
For the women, I think
The danger
it's
zone.
about 3 months.
I'm
You know
sorry,
it ain't as
ladies,
long
that
as-
I can't defend y'all because I don't know enough. I'm
You
so
know it ain't as
sorry.
long as the men though. It ain't as long as the men's season. You know what I mean? So right now,
I think.
I
Go ahead.
go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. No.
No, finish what you're gonna say because I just got one little.
So all I'm saying is the reason why it even seems bigger than things in the past with her, her magnitude. Number one, she was the all-time leading scorer. Number two, because we're in the world of the social media and the NIL deals. So like now you can see college kids doing commercials for Nike, Gatorade, all that stuff, and getting paid. Whereas back in the day, that shit wasn't the case. You see what I'm saying? So we all know Kate Clark because of that.
Let them get their checks.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, D. Pause.
We saw her on. She was on SNL and she was very dry, very nervous. But I don't know. I think this is what I think.
More prestige.
She'll never be more famous than she was the day before the draft. I think that will be the height of her fame because she is unfortunately going into a sport not really many people know about. We just talked about people from 20 fucking years ago. That's why you know what I'm saying. And then that
thing.
lingerie girl.
Oh my God,
Here's
that's
the thing,
not.
yo.
That is not mine.
Here's the thing, right? So, shout out to Angel Reese too, was in the first round, and the girl from South Carolina too. I can't think of her name right now, but the thing is, so for years, some of the greats like Diana Taurasi and a few others that. These people, they make a whole lot of money overseas. So women's basketball is super huge overseas for real. Yeah. So they're most likely playing both leagues. But except for now, they make so much more money and the deals outside of playing ball with maybe that's not as necessary. The only way that she could become more popular because they are listen, if it really was all about that too, guess what? Caitlin had another year to come back. You know what I mean? She didn't win a championship. You know, if she came back next year with her last year, that would have made her she would have been even bigger.
What about
you get tired of that, and it's time to move on.
I said, or she get on one of the Olympic team, gets the gold medal. That'll bring you some attention and notoriety.
Oh yeah, she's definitely But then next year there's a girl Juju that plays for USC. She's nasty. So she'll be like the next one. I mean, they're coming. What they did is they piqued the interest of the average person like yourself, saying damn man, who are these girls? And the game is quality. I mean, I like even watching it. So
you watch it?
I watched the playoffs.
I
watched the playoffs, the men's and I watched the playoffs and for men and women. So shout out to South Carolina going undefeated. Dawn Staley, who was a beast when she played. Shout out to her and her squad. Shout out to UConn for winning the men's championship. You know what I mean? So it was exciting. It was exciting.
Yeah.
And rest in peace, OJ Simpson.
Ho, ho, ho.
You know what I mean? It is what it is, man.
The danger zone. I will not RIP the person who shall remain nameless. There you go. Boom.
OJ Simpson, greatest of all
time. Oh man. Yeah, so dang, I'm on the Yeah, I'm on the OJ did it bandwagon, but
Hey,
yeah. What do you think about that? So, all right. So, what do you think about that? Like, what kind of funeral does OJ Simpson have?
Well, he's
Huh?
a person, so he
No,
should
no,
have,
no. I'm asking.
like-
I'm asking. He's a very famous person. He's one of the most
He has a family.
because of his the trial. He is one of the most famous people that ever lived because of that trial. It's called the
Right.
trial of the century. Everybody's heard about it.
Yeah,
right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
true.
So I wonder how big is this funeral? What do you think, Big Shug? Who's showing up to the funeral?
So, yeah, the people are, because what people fail to realize, so he went to jail for 9 years, but as OJ Simpson walked around where he lived, and he lived in a $2 million mansion, still the whole everything, right? Like, people were still running up to him and taking pictures with him, signing autographs, getting choice seating at restaurants. Like, he was still living that same like celebrity life, and his kids and his family was always around. You know what I mean? So I think from how some people tried to portray it, like, it was because whether they thought he did it or he didn't, right? It's not really like how he was living his day to day. Like, you know what I mean? He was living a normal day to day. So if it's gonna be his funeral, is gonna be a bunch of people. You know what I mean?
Who do you think?
He had great
Interesting.
he had great friends that played ball with him and different things with him too. I mean, the dude was, like she said, he was human. Had people on he had people on his Instagram and all that, and liking his shit, 200,000 people and all that crazy shit. So I mean, I think he was just living a regular life. I mean, it is what it is, because me and you, anybody out here can speculate how he did something, or if he did it, or if he didn't, in both ways. But that's just our speculating, because we don't know. We're just assuming from what might have been seen or what might have been said or whatever. That's it. That's all we know. Meanwhile,
Everyone has an opinion, definitely.
in a court of law, obviously we know he was walking free all around. Now, he did some other shit like, man, let's go get our shit back.
Yeah.
My Heisman Trophy, all my other shit they try to sell. And then you end up going to jail for that. Now, if you look at that, that was like an overcharge. I think probably because of like the other shit, because
yeah, it was overcharged, but
that shit was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
But the getting away with killing people was undercharged too, because undercharged because too. You know what I mean?
See, think about what you just said.
Yeah.
You said getting away with killing people.
Yeah.
So that's your perception.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's a perception. The fact that he went and they robbed, like, we know it's a fact for sure, 100%, that they robbed them people and took that stuff. Like, and he went to jail, and we know for a fact that was an overcharge, though. I mean, no one gets charged for that. You know how many years they gave him?
9 years. Yeah.
And did he
No. They gave him 33 years.
Oh no shit. Okay. Oh, I see. He served 9 years.
Oh.
He got paroled after 9 years. So why you gonna parole him after 9 years when you gave him 33 years? You know what I mean? They know that. Like, shit they don't be telling us. Like, for instance, somebody said today about I believe this too, though. You'll see R. Kelly back out here sooner than all them years he got. Because what happens too in that situation, there's charges that they have on this thing, like, that'll get tossed out. You know what I mean? Once it settles out, because there's certain things that they get it, the language right, whatever, and figure it out. And trust me. So as we sit here right now, right, and remember I said this on the Danger Zone podcast, within the next 5 years, you'll be seeing that dude out here. You know what I'm saying?
Who, OJ?
So, and he got like 30 years or something.
The dangerous.
So OJ, OJ Simpson. All right, calm down. OJ Simpson said the family of OJ Simpson announces last week the former football star has died April 10th, surrounded by his children and grandchildren.
But according to Simpson's longtime lawyer, Malcolm McComb, Malcolm Laverne,
Malcolm
the
Jamal Warner.
76-year-old father of 4, was a sole visitor away from dying alone.
So he said that's just a longer way to say there was one person there with him. So even up to OJ's last moments, he was lying because he put out a. Now I don't think you should be necessarily inclined to tell people your medical fucking shit if you don't want to. But he went online and was like, "Oh, people said I was in hospice. I'm not in hospice." And he was like sitting in a car saying, "People say I'm in hospice. I'm not in hospice.
That, yeah.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good." And then he was
also being
dead.
delirious.
He was dead 6 days later.
Stop.
So
That's
like,
not
But
right.
you know,
You know what I mean? Like,
you know what it is though. You know what it was too. I feel like anybody too. He probably was trying to
Maybe he was in denial.
be that energetic dude and jovial about it,
Yeah.
trying to fight it. That was his way of probably trying to fight this cancer, whatever. You know, because you be knowing like how serious that shit is.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. You know, he had found some new thing, started fucking with Cam and them, and he was immensely popular on that show. You know what I mean? So it's like,
wait, he did more than one appearance?
yeah, he was on. He was the regular. What do you call it? Analyst.
Oh, I didn't
Football
even know.
analyst.
I had no idea.
Yeah, he was there weekly. You know what I mean? So
shit.
you know, and that's it. And then people like trust me. You know how people be like, they'll be like, oh, you know, like for instance, it ain't the same. But I remember getting booed at a show, right? All of us did. I think I told you, Jay-Z, J. Rue, myself. Everybody like, and they like boo, like deep as shit, loud as motherfucker, right? But when I'm walking through the crowd, everybody's like, you know what I mean, dapping me up, buying me drinks, taking pictures. And this before selfies. This was like straight up.
The
So I
white
mean,
ones.
what I'm saying, people could act a certain way in front of the cameras and certain shit like that. But in that dude's everyday life, nobody wasn't heckling him and doing all that shit. Them motherfuckers was like rocking with him. So that's what I mean. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, he lived in this other area with fucking, you know, people are funny like that, man. I don't care. People be funny, man. Either they can say whatever they want until you stand up front of them. You know, someone's gonna slap the hell out of me several times, right? And then when I see them in the room, and people are like, damn, he didn't even say nothing to you. I'll be like, oh, for real? You know what I mean? So, but anyway, moving right along.
Yeah.
You got something else, or it's just stupid?
Got anything on the Danger Zone podcast? We saw Ghostbusters. That was about it. You got anything?
No, I think
Yo,
I
y'all,
talked
are y'all
about everything.
Y'all basketball fans?
See
the playoff.
So who you a fan of?
So I grew up a fan of the Knicks. I was a diehard fan of the Knicks until I was about,
We both have the same stories.
I don't know, 35, where I just was like, you know what? Well, I don't know what's going on in this organization, but it's not for me right now. So I just started paying attention to LeBron James
Killing
and
me softly.
watching when he played. But
So
like, let's just say the Knicks win the title this year.
It'd be hard.
I won't be like, oh yeah, this and that. I'll take a few years off, and then I'll be like, all right, I could be with the Knicks again because they're fucking organization.
So
like Brian or James Dolan, what's his name? James Dolan, the guy who owns the Knicks. He's just a fucking idiot, man.
I'm like low key underneath the table, like crossing my fingers.
He's just an idiot.
So you know this. You know the star. You know who the star of the team is right now, huh?
Brunson.
Yeah. So his father, Eric Brunson, is from.
Son.
I think it's Eric. He's from Salem. He
Son.
played Salem, man. And it's crazy because I actually went to a couple of games because his father bounced around the league for a while, but he was mad dope because he was like, yo, I got a career, like, you know, and he was making his money, moving around, whatever.
Yeah.
And I went to a couple of New York games in the front row because that's what we was doing our albums and with Premier and Gangsta and everything. And I was like, wow, it's amazing to see his son out there like that. But I'm a fan, obviously, of the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
No.
From
I
the
didn't
from the
even know.
beginning of the whole. So, and I see a lot of great teams. So I'm looking for them to pull it out, but you know, it should be interesting. It should be exciting. Shout out to LeBron James and them. They had to get in with this playing thing that they do now, and they did win last night. They beat the Pelicans, and it's over for Golden State. You know, it's over for Golden State as we know it, because
Yeah, how about that?
they were
That's
eliminated
crazy.
last night,
Isn't that nuts?
and I think that's the last time we probably see Draymond, Steph, and Clay together. You know what I mean? It was a great run. It was exciting, but you know you're gonna keep Steph.
Back in when I was a kid,
Back in the day.
in the Jordan era, teams would win like 30 games to make the playoffs.
Nah, you gotta go back. Nah, that ain't how it worked.
Hell yeah.
No,
Maybe not
man.
30, but not a lot, bro.
About 40 something.
Not a lot.
Yeah, 40 something. There you go.
40 something was the low.
Yeah.
But now, and then you remember Jordan and them, even back in the day. So the way it is now is the way it was way back. Like, so when I was a kid, you would read the newspaper, which people did back then, and you would see scores 143 to 137. It was more offensive.
Yeah.
Then there came the 90s when they mucked it up in the 90s by running zones and different things, where now the scores were like college, like 90 to 70, 70 something to 81. You know what I mean? Yeah. So then now they wanted to eliminate that. So now we're back on that high end of scoring thing again. So I mean, there's ebbs and flows, but you know, shout out to Damian Harris too, who played for Alabama. He played for the Patriots, then was traded to Buffalo last year. I had the pleasure of meeting the young man, and he was really just a genuine dude for that short period of time, just speaking with him. And he was a great guy. But he retired. He's a young dude, I guess probably from injuries or whatever. And he's one guy that I could actually say that, like, I really believe that he's going to go on and do some great things, just because of the vibe of him and how he was, and even to understand that I love football so much. It did so much for me. I played the short time, but I have to retire because I know that's what's best for me to do. And he just had a baby, so you know, we just exchanged, you know what I'm saying, some pleasantries the other day, and I just was like, "Yo, dude was a great man, man." Just that, like I said, that short time. And so, shout out to Damian Harris, man, and your endeavors and whatever you do. But from there,
thank you.
We going to the stupid house, or what we doing?
Yeah, we're going to stupid as hell. I'm just getting my air horn loaded up here. Nope, that's not my air horn. Dang. So stupid as hell. That's that time of the week.
So
who we got?
Now this stupid as hell was you know, it's concerning. It's not as humorous. Uh-oh. It's just as such a stupid, sick person.
Oh, jeez.
First, I'm going to give a honorable mention that's kind of brief about Dante Porter, NBA player. I believe he was on Toronto. No, was he on a Canada team? I think, whatever. An NBA has been banned for life for betting on games. Oh. Right, and he was in the G League. And he was betting, and he bet. He was giving information to, like, when, you know, he was injured. So then people would bet on that stuff. This is what was said, and so he's banned for life. Got the Pete Rose job. Now, to me, he's most definitely stupid as hell, because in this day and time, dog, and there's more lights and camera. Shit, people have ring doorbells, right? So we're in this era. You know what I mean? Where everybody's looking at you everywhere. You know, that's how the Celtics coach got caught up, because he's talking. They heard him on the ring doorbell. So, dude, you really think that I'm just going to be playing and shit, chilling and gamble? They say that he, I guess maybe he might have made $70,000 or something like that. Don't quote me, you know. But the fact is, they had. He
made 80,000
on a parlay.
On a that he bet 80,000 that he would have made 1.1 million on the bet if it won.
They didn't pay that out. Yeah, they didn't pay that out. You know, but so still, it's like
80 grand.
To me, you stupid. You just stupid, man. Because like in this day and time, to try something like that, now you banned. Now, can he play basketball? Sure. So most likely he'll go overseas. And play and maybe he might try to get reinstated in a couple of years, but most likely you'll never see him playing here again.
Or
he'll play for the WNBA.
He can put on a wig.
Oh my God!
It is 2024.
The danger zone.
That ain't gonna happen.
The danger.
You can
So-
put on a wig and go play in the WNBA.
Now, after we get off of something that was as humorous as that and stupid, because he could have been stupid on his own. But this next story is people were stupid and sick. So it's pretty sad, but I mean, it's the
I'm
life
already not
that
looking forward to it.
some people live. So a man, Maxwell Anderson, is charged with murder and mutilation of a corpse after he allegedly killed Sade Robinson following their first date. Chopped up her body in Milwaukee. The first date turned deadly
Oh, dang.
when the man allegedly killed the woman and proceeded to dismember her body and dump the parts in Lake Michigan. Prosecutors in Milwaukee County charged the 33-year-old Maxwell Anderson with first-degree intentional homicide, mutilation of a corpse, arson of property other than buildings. He's accused of killing 19-year-old Sade C. Robinson, dismembering her body, and later torching her car to hide the evidence, the Milwaukee County Sheriff said. Robinson's mother, Sheena Scarborough, told reporters after Anderson's first appearance in court on Friday that he was a sick son of a bitch. Now, they searched his house, they searched whatever, and found the leg hair in different
Oh
parts.
boy. Rest in peace.
Now-
Girl.
Man.
Like I said, he is most definitely stupid as hell and sick, because it's like, come on, man. Like you obviously had a mission to do something crazy like this, and the poor girl, like if you see a picture, whatever, she was unassuming, and she just think you're going on a date to have dinner.
Oh my
That's what they did.
God.
They had dinner, went out, and then afterwards he chopped her up.
Dang.
You know what I mean? And killed her. So, like I said, I hope he's met with a swift justice, which I'm sure he will be. But Maxwell Anderson is definitely stupid as hell and sick.
Dang.
And rest in peace to Sade and her family, man. We're with you on that. And
Terrible timing on that air horn.
I know it's terrible, and we carry on. So rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest of
Other than that, no.
Yeah, so that's stupid as hell, I guess. Like I already hit it already, so I thought you were done, and I hit the air horn as you were saying "rest in peace." So I was like, "Oh man, I gotta bring that back." So
man.
so this guy, we're looking at him right now. He looks like the guy from Sons of Anarchy.
That's what I'm saying, right? You know what I mean? Like I don't even know what he said to go out on a date because he looked like he's crazy. You know what I mean? She went with it though, so man, that was the last supper, boy. That shit's crazy, man.
They
But
say
anyway,
serial
man.
killers are debonair and are charismatic, so
Yeah, and that's just yeah. That's probably, I don't know.
maybe he had one with like
I don't know, man. I've
beard
been
shape
to
and
Disney
his hair
World.
wash.
I've been to Disney World. We can move on from this lady, but we'll keep it in kind of I've been to Disney World. I've been to Walmart. I've seen some ugly motherfuckers with some kids, and I've seen some ugly people that are procreating.
Well, I don't know what she looks like.
How
So
old
let's
are you?
not talk ill of the dead.
No, I'm not
Yo.
talking about her. I'm saying
Uh-oh.
we're saying this guy looks
Listen.
like that and looks like that. I'm saying
no,
this guy.
I mean,
This
like,
guy is Thor when he walks into Walmart.
could be.
Hey, when you first went, how old were you when you first went to Disney?
I was an adult. I went there. I don't know, like 27, something like
What
that.
about you?
I was in high school and I went to Disney World.
Shit, I was fucking 33, 34,
Dang.
33, something like that, And guess what? Excited as hell. Because come where we come from, you only heard about that excitement. Like you only heard about kids doing that. So now I'm an adult and it's like, wow. So I went there twice because I went with Phil, but then before that, or right around there, I went with Gangstar. So I'm like, damn, I'm going to back to Disney when I didn't go all those years. You see what I'm saying? And I'll always remember the Gangstar shit because it was hot as a motherfucker, the hottest day ever. And all of us were performing. Gangstar, Busta Rhymes, Tribe Called Quest, everybody was living then. You know what I mean? So it was a different time, but it was super hot. We were all talking about like, damn, that young shit.
Did you go to?
Whereas we were.
Oh, go ahead.
Huh?
Did you go to Disney World or Disneyland? I've only been to
No,
Disney.
we went to World.
Okay, I
went to World
I went to Disneyland
because
California.
So listen, so World. Yeah, we didn't go to land. World though. So it was so dope though because I guess maybe even as an adult, you probably appreciated it more. You know what I mean? Because I seen some shit there that I was like, yo, this shit is like really wild. Like, it's like they had in the end. So they had a movie chase scene, like on the water with the boats and blowing up ships and blowing the boats up and shooting with guns, all that. And the shit was actually looked real as hell, and it was hot. Like when the boat blew up, you felt the heat, like, and you were standing like far from that shit, but it just was authentic. And this was also the time of The Predator had came out, so there was this thing where you sat in the theater and shit, your chair shifted and dudes were shooting from the wall and all that shit was crazy. So all that type of shit to me was like, I said, as a kid, you might have been scared, but as an adult, it was more appreciative, like, you know what I mean? So, but one thing though that was like the most corn was that movie Jaws was out. They had a Jaws exhibit. Yo, dog, the shit you in this motherfucking boat, right? And motherfuckers on smooth. Yo, I'm sitting in this motherfucker like, yo, and it gets dark, and then they start talking and shit, and the damn shark like comes out of the water like, fake as hell. You know what I mean? But it's like, I was like, yo, I guess people like this shit, but to me it was like super. But for the most of all, my favorite thing before I get off the topic was that so Back to the Future had a ride. Now check it out. So they pulled the curtains. Like you get in this car and they pull two curtains on the side. So this first time I ever was in something like that. And the shit was like you was on the damn, like you was flying and shit. You were in this thing, but it seemed like you were flying and went in the dinosaurs' mouth, they spit you out. And it was crazy. And it was like very exciting, very type of fun thing. So Disney was I probably would appreciate Disney right now. You know what I mean? Shit,
A lot of people
shit was some fun shit.
It sounds like you went to Disney and Universal Studios.
Oh yeah, Universal. And
Universal Studios has the
that's stupid
Jaws
too.
Jaws, that's what Jaws is.
But we also went to
right?
maybe, yeah.
Yo, we went to what's that other part? So where it had the
Epcot.
it was kind of, that part was corny with it, where they had those what do you call that, holograms? It was the holograms,
Yeah.
right? And it was like that was kind of movie like whatever it was, but it was just these holograms. It was little corny, and you had to walk your ass off, right? And I was like, yo, this shit ain't really for kids, like, because how far we was walking, it was like, yo, what the fuck type, you know what I'm saying? And then they had those little carriages like for kids, you know what I mean? But it was like that part of it was whatever, but all the rest of the shit. And did you go to what was it, Treasure Island?
No, I didn't go there. No, I didn't go there till I was 27. So that was
no, did you?
2007.
You went to Land.
I went to
Disney.
Disney.
Go to World.
I went to Disneyland.
You went to Land?
Yeah.
What about you? Did you
I
go
went
to
to
World?
Disney World. I
So-
went for a cheerleading competition, so we got to go for one.
Every night they set off fireworks on this Treasure Island every night at midnight. It was so dope. And then you could it was almost like the strip was like New Orleans, where you could get drinks from this place and walk down the strip and go on another place. And so it was really like a party atmosphere. Disney turned to some grown party atmosphere at night. You see what I'm saying? The daytime was kids and pleasure and all that, whatever. But at night, that shit was really like a grown fantasy land type shit, you know?
Hell yeah.
But yo,
Chill.
enough about that. I'm about to be out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Be out this mug.
I'll catch y'all next week. Hey, thanks for tuning in, man, everybody. And always remember, excuses have no purpose, so don't make them.
Don't make them.
As we grow, we glow. And also, remember, check on your people. You never know what people are going through. You know, it only takes a minute to text to call, whatever. Check on your people. Peace on my dark days.
Have a good one.
Catch y'all later.
On my dark days, I chopped crack on a regular. Ran up in spots and clapped on a regular. Took big fat ass stacks from the register. No matter how hard they tried, they still couldn't measure the hard I had.